Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to bringing you guys another video. This time here we're doing a video about is heavy tank or being a heavy tank dead in the game. So sit back, relax, and of course enjoy the show.
I'm gonna have to rain down a godly firestorm on you.
And thank you for viewing this video. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the icon above, and then of course hitting the bell icon to get notifications when the next video drops. So here we go. Okay, now we're talking about heavy tanks in the game. Now again, heavy tank is a special class that almost everybody gravitates to. I mean, most majority of the player base plays heavies. So if majority of players are playing heavies and are not playing heavies correctly on the location they're supposed to be playing heavies on, are you really playing a heavy, or you're just bad at the game? Or is it just that they've made heavy tanks so easy that they feel that they don't have to go places they normally go? Now this is Helmsdorf. Everybody knows a banana. If you're a heavy tank, you're supposed to put a presence in the banana because, well, basically what's going to happen is if you own the banana most of the time, you usually can push through and win the game. Now notice, this is the mini map. You see how large it is. How many heavy tanks have gone up and how many heavy tanks are actually in the banana? Wait for it. That's right. You win the prize. There's 0 tanks, heavy tanks in the banana. Now the enemy team heavy tanks are in the banana, but my team heavy tanks basically are shooting themselves in the head because no one's in the typical heavy tank area. You have the Oni that's basically sitting there with his thumb up his bum. You know, you can see me. I'm just taking shots, hitting things left, right, and center. Now, these have been my games. This is why if you look at my little tag at the bottom and everything else, you'll see that the win rates is down, but the actual damage and everything else like that goes along with it is up. Because I'm getting teams that literally is either A, have never played this game before. Wait, yes, we're at tier 8. Have never played this game before or don't know how to heavy. Because again, if you're a TD, you depend on the heavy tanks to be in certain areas, so that way there you don't get instantly wiped out and steamrolled. If you're an artillery, the heavy tanks need to be in a certain area for you to basically slap them. If you're medium, you're depending on heavies to be in certain areas so you can scout them and hopefully, or light tank, hopefully scout them, and your team will basically hit them hard. But this is not happening. Now you're probably like, what, warp, hold on, this is just one battle. No, there's another battle right behind this one, same day, that I'm going to show you. So yes, this is what I'm talking about. These teams are just like, what? Now again, our team lemming trained to the hill. I mean, you've seen the amount of forces up there, and they proverbial got. If you're from the New York Northeast, you know what the means. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just saying. What part is it do if you're a heavy tank? Do you not understand? There's certain areas you need to be. Now, if we were covered before, scouting is dead. Long live scouting, because again, scouting is dead, and scouting is dead for a couple of reasons. Heavy tank is dead, and heavy tank is dead for a couple of reasons, because again, they don't understand that, hey, you're a heavy tank, you're supposed to do certain things. Just like a TD, what I'm doing is doing certain things. I got the big boy gun, so basically it's like that I'm going to, I'm going to hit hard, slap anybody. Now again, I have no armor, no thing, but I'm in heavy tank area. I went to heavy tank alley. I went to all the locations that, you know, a heavy tank's supposed to go, try to stem the tide. But you know this is done. You know this is over. But I'm going to show you the post game for both battles right behind each other. But again, this is what I'm talking about. Now I know I'm dead. I know I am, but I'm still gonna say, hey, hold on. And goodbye. Okay, battle number 1 down. All right, done. Let's bring you battle number 2. All right, this is battle number 2. Now again, you can see we have Alpine Tiger, Basante, KV4, and a T-32. All of these tanks are basically hull down monsters, right? Okay. Now, I'm on the opposite flank. My job is to make sure if I can slap anybody on this side, you know, because unfortunately on this map here, the only place I can go to if I went to the other side would probably be C1 or maybe C2. And either way it go, both of those cases there are basically, yeah, you're not gonna, it's not gonna go well for you. It's not gonna go well for you. So now again, you see the tank destroyer pulled up, you see the medium tank pulls up, they're going to the typical spot on C2, right? Basante is not going to the typical spot. He's going to try to play hull down at C2 area. Okay. Now, if you look at the mini map right now, it looks like, oh, we have an advantage. Now, again, look at what both the Alpine Target and the T-32 just did. They went straight across down the 1 line, and you know what happens when you're a heavy tank and you go across that line. It's like they have no clue what's going to happen in a heavy tank that goes down that line. Every heavy tank that's tried that strategy usually loses what? Half their hit points going down that way. Okay? Now, going to B1, A1 area is an absolute dumbest ever. It's a death trap. Why? Because what you're going to try to do, imagine this microphone is the thing. You're going to try to back up and try to shoot and everything else of that. But there's one problem with trying to do that. Every time you go there, you get massacred by what? Every other tank that's on that side. Why? Because they hit your engine deck. So again, going to A1, B1 area on this map is absolutely just dumb as hell in a heavy tank. Why? Because you're going to do the two things that you really don't want to do. You're going to lose half your health going between those two spots. And then even when you get to the spot that you want to go to and everything else, that what happens then? You lose the rest of your health because again, as soon as you slide back to try, oh, I'm going to get my shot, they're going to pin you because it actually pushes you up a hill. So when you back up, you're backing up a hill and you're exposing your engine deck. So every time you go there, you basically get every time. You get shit on every time. But I see so many heavy tanks doing this like they have no clue what they're doing there. Now there's certain heavy tanks that can do that because they're crazy armored engine decks. But now look at what just happened. The Basante, completely ineffective. They're rolling through that area like just, I mean, why? Because our heavy tanks were completely non-existent and ineffective. You have, again, they should have been playing off the corner of C1. Why? Because that area is, if there's a downward hill, they can play hull down, get shots to A2, they can get shots over to B2 and B3 area. So again, playing in this game, actually trying to use your armor correctly in a heavy tank is dead. It's dead. Again, being a heavy is, you have the most hit points of the game most of the time. You literally have the armor to basically say, hey, I'm a heavy tank. Screw this. I can side scrape and do all this stuff like that. Okay, I was dumb right there. I should have backed the other direction, but that's fine. So again, what happened to our heavies? Gone. This is another match where literally It was like I didn't have any heavies. They were dead. They were just. I mean, this game is all about using your tank correctly. But if you're a heavy tank and you're a hold down heavy tank and not doing heavy tank things, what's the point? Now again, I have the big boy gun. I play with the big boy gun and everything else today because again, I assume that the heavy is going to do its heavy thing and that'll give me opportunities to basically slap people down for, you know, a good portion of their hit points. But again, you can't do that if your heavy tanks are not doing heavy tank things. This is the second game in a row. It's like, you know, no one knows how to play heavy tanks. No one knows areas they're supposed to go in a heavy tank. It's just plainly, I'm in a heavy tank. I have the most armor. I'm strong. I'm Hercules. I'm going to go to any position and get absolutely pulverized. And then they wonder, why is there a turbo loss? Hello? You're doing everything wrong in a heavy tank? You're supposed to tank in a heavy tank. You know what tanking means? Tanking means so that you're supposed to position yourself so you can absorb damage, not get killed, but absorb damage and everything else. Meaning that you want to make sure you're side scraping, meaning that you want to try to use your turret to bounce shots. You want to do everything to keep your health because your tank is made with that ability to say, I'm a heavy tank. I can do things. But they're playing heavy tanks like they're tiddlywinks. Like, oh, I'm a heavy tank. Oh, well, that unfortunate. I didn't kill him. I'm dead here, but it's fine. I'm gonna run. But again, what's the point of playing a heavy tank if you can't do it right? Now, again, I'm gonna go for this right here because it sees low health. Might as well just we kill each other. Get done. So again, tanking heavies is dead. I'm just gonna call it. Tanking heavies, you know, you're supposed to tank for the team. That's dead. It's over. Here's the post game. I'm gonna show you the things for that, and then from there, write in the comments, tell me your thoughts. All right, you're looking at this right now. You can in the corner, you'll be able to see the battle time and everything else. So you will see that these battles were nearly consecutive. It's just now 5K in damage. I ain't have no backup. I ain't have no one around me, just me, just basically trying to smack people in inch of their life. No friends, no one say, hey, I can help you, just me. Where the heavy tanks at? They were all on the hill. Right? Okay, let's look at the score of the heavy tanks. Now, y'all can look at this list. You can see the XP I got compared to the rest of my team. I don't care about the names. I don't care about none of that. I'm caring about the heavy tanks are not doing their job. The heavy tanks don't understand where they're supposed to be on the map at all. Like, hello? Nope. Heavies don't know where they're supposed to go. If you're on Hillsdorf and not going to the banana in a heavy tank, or at least having a good presence on a heavy tank, that area in there to tank, to make sure that no one basically just says, oh, no one's here, I can just run in and just kill everybody. Woohoo. Yeah, that means, again, I'm not, heavy tanking is dead. It's no other way of putting it. I've seen this all too often. And then when you put in that some people have on the enemy team, usually the 279Es, then you wonder why this happens. Why? Because they're so used to seeing OP tanks, or they haven't learned that this is an area they need to be, that they're literally just getting completely shellacked. Now again, 7 shots, 7 hits, 7 pins. Again, because I'm literally hitting sides, weak spots. I'm trying to do everything I can to win this match. Okay. Got the courageous resistance this time, which is hard to get, but I got it this time. Okay. Now this is the next battle. Okay. Only 2.7 thousand damage, and the reason for that is because I'm on the side and I'm shooting my shots, but I'm missing the light tank. But still, once their team closes in on me, where I can get good shots, the damage says, "Woo, forthcoming." I even let the last guy ram me so that way there, so that I get a kill out of it, and you know, get a little bit of metal out of it. Again, first position, TD. Third position, TD. Heavy tank, okay. One did a little something. The next heavy tank, nothing. I mean, zero. Donut. The next heavy tank got one shot off. One. The last heavy tank in the bottom position, zero damage. So again, two heavy tanks that basically went through that one area, down the one line. Again, I guarantee you, if you look, if they actually sent in their replays, you'll say, oh, they lost half their health traveling through that section. Then once they got to that other section, you can see how they got picked up. You can see by how the mini map was that they backed up and died, because that's the worst decision ever. That whole area over there being a heavy tank is no good for you on that side. Now from the other side, it actually is good for you, because again, you're on flat ground and you're just backing straight up and everything else and taking shots. Now, this is a map imbalance here, because it should be on the other side as well, that when they back up, they should go up a hill too, to make it so everybody on my side should be able to hit them easily. Nope. Wargaming decided, no. One side's flat, one side's raised, so if you go a heavy tank from the side I was on, you get slaughtered and murdered. You go from the other side, it's like do again. So this is all about the same thing. Now, 7 shots. I missed 2 because again, I was trying to hit the light tank, but the other 5 that I was like, okay, regular tanks and everything else, that 5 shots hit, 5 shot pin. Now again, I'm using the derp gun, meaning that my accuracy is poor compared to most heavies. Again, not Russian heavies, but most other heavies have better accuracy and everything else to that. What do we need to do? How do we fix this, that heavy tanks start tanking for the team? Because again, what my thinking is, heavy tanking for heavies is dead. What's your thoughts? Well, this is Warp 103 saying warp out, have fun. We'll catch you guys on the next one.